breaking news alerts and the Weather Authority forecast. This is Good Morning Cincinnati, live on Local 12.
A local teenager describes the terrifying moment strong winds ripped the roof off his home.
It literally just looked like paper, just like flopped in the wind.
This morning, Local 12's Chelsea Sick is out surveying damage from the powerful windstorm.
Can't be real. It can't be possible.
4 people are dead. Another is in critical condition. What we're learning about an apparent murder-suicide.
The soot and the smoke in the town and on these people's houses and in these people's houses is terrible.
A local church is lending a helping hand to residents in East Palestine. Why they say these buckets can make all the difference.
Good morning, Cincinnati. I'm Sheila Gray.
I'm Bob Herzog.
And I'm Aaliyah Hodges. Happy Tuesday.
Last day of February. Here we go. March.
Here we go. In like a lion, out like a lamb. Is that what it does?
I think so.
Something
It
like
sounds
that?
like a little of both tomorrow, right, Tara? Lion and lamb, right?
Yeah, we're going to get some warm temperatures for you, but you end with storms tomorrow. Thankfully, not expecting severe weather at this point for your Wednesday. We are still going to need to survey what happened yesterday. Here's some of the storm reports. A lot of them were close to home. We're really going to focus in on these 2 areas here. That's where the National Weather Service in Indiana and Ohio, we're going to be checking out those areas. Again, more from Chelsea coming up. Good news is we've calmed down. We still have some pretty big temperature swings to get through. Record heat for tomorrow as the extremes continue, and then rainstorms and a winter mix to talk on to. Right now, though, it is quiet. Some added clouds keeping us in the upper 40s. Still feels like 41 thanks to a northwest wind at 13, but this is a major improvement from the 40 and 50 mile per hour winds that we had. They will continue to drop down to about 5 miles per hour for the afternoon hours. Still getting some gusts around us in the 20s, but again, improving. It's also making it feel colder here to start. So you've got 39 for what it feels like in Lebanon, 38 in Middletown and in Wilmington. We've got 40s in pretty much every location. Hamilton pretty close to the 30s there, but still likely going to want something to keep you warm for the morning hours. You'll be comfortable in the afternoon, but warm like we had yesterday. 57 for a high. Let's note those winds again, eventually shifting from the northwest to the northeast. And you can see by about 1 o'clock, we're down to about 5 miles per hour. And boy, does that help the feel as you step out and about. How about the roads right now, Jen?
Mostly quiet here in our viewing area, but just outside of the viewing area technically, and some folks up there may be able to get this. So I do want to let you know that southbound 71 is closed south of 35. So this is up near Washington Courthouse. So again, southbound 71 closed just south of 35 because of a crash in that area, according to ODOT. But we've got a couple things like broken downs over to the sides of the road that aren't costing you any time here within our 275 loop and just beyond. This is a look at 7175 from Florence to downtown. It's just 9 minutes right now, and our interstates elsewhere looking okay. I haven't had any other big problems to start the morning, but we'll review some construction coming up and take another look, Sheila.
All right, Jen. Oh my goodness! That's a tornado, boys.
Today, the National Weather Service will determine if that funnel cloud spotted in Butler County did produce a tornado. Several were spotted in the area last night.
We know this powerful windstorm left behind a lot of damage. Local 12's Chelsea Sick is in Madison Township right now. And how's it looking out there? I know some big trees uprooted, a lot of big roots out there, Chelsea.
Yeah, we are on Elk Creek Road, as you mentioned, in Madison Township. That's in Butler County. It's really just outside of Middletown, and we're seeing quite a bit of trees down in this area, but it's pretty isolated. We've been driving around Madison Township throughout the morning trying to find some damage. We did find this home here behind us with the roof completely gone off the top of this house. The windows also blown out. But Reggie, I want us to walk just a little bit. Watch your step here because of this tree. I want to show them just how big the roots are on this tree that has fallen in front of this house here. So this is just one of the areas that we are seeing some of this damage. This is one of the areas we do expect the National Weather Service to be out here surveying later today. We do want to give you a better look, though, as well at what this damage looks like in the daylight. Several families had a number of trees ripped apart and uprooted in this area. Some of the worst damage is kind of what we're seeing here, though. A few homes had roofs badly damaged or torn off by the strong winds. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported. We did talk to one resident here in Madison Township who says he was on the second floor of his home when the strongest winds hit.
Next thing you know, I look outside and I saw 3 trees over there, and they just got like ripped out of the ground and like thrown, like they were like weightless. Like I've never seen, like they moved so effortlessly. Then the roof like sounded like it just tore off the house, and then it literally just looked like paper, just like flopped in the wind.
Now, the National Weather Service is expected to survey in Pickaway County, Clark County, and right here in Butler County. They did tell us that they expect their survey to be released with more information later this evening. Reporting live in Madison Township, Chelsea Sick, Local 12 News.
Chelsea, thank you. If you have pictures or video from yesterday's storms, send them to us through our Chime In display on local12.com or through the Local 12 app. You can send us those pictures or video anytime severe weather hits, as long as it's safe to do so.
New this morning, a man facing child pornography charges will be in court. Green Township Sheriff's deputies say Joshua Flick had graphic videos of children. Court documents say evidence was gathered from Google, but police won't say what led them to investigate Flick. He does face 2 counts of pandering sexually oriented material involving a minor.
And we are following the developments in East Palestine once again this morning. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is responding to talk about regulatory changes and whether they contributed to the train derailment.
You know, that 2015 rule that's getting a lot of attention around ECP brakes wouldn't have applied to a non-high hazard flammable train.
So Pete Buttigieg is referring to an Obama-era rule former President Trump repealed. It would have required, as you heard, ECP brakes. They're considered better than older braking systems on high-hazard trains carrying flammable materials. However, the train in East Palestine was a mixed freight train, so even with that rule, had it not been repealed, it wouldn't have had those brakes. The NTSB's preliminary report blames the crash on an overheated wheel bearing. Meantime, Senator Sherrod Brown is calling on Congress to pass laws to increase rail safety. He visited residents yesterday, nearly a month after the train derailed, causing that huge fire and chemical spill.
My job is to continue to come here even after the cameras are gone and after the national attention is gone, continue to come to East Palestine. I have staff here from Mingo Junction that's here 3 or 4 times a week. I talk regularly to the sheriff and commissioners and mayor, and we'll continue to do that because I'm not leaving.
And Bob, crews in East Palestine are removing contaminated soil and liquid from that train disaster.
Members of a local church are helping too. They're sending residents supplies to clean up their homes. Members of Peace Lutheran Church in Green Township put together more than 150 flood buckets full of cleaning supplies.
It's so difficult to buy a gallon of bleach to wash down your walls and house right now. Any type of cleaning supplies are just not able to be purchased in that area because everyone's trying to buy them.
So far, the North American Lutheran Church has sent more than 12,000 of those flood buckets full of supplies to East Palestine. If you want to help them, volunteer, help their services, we have information at local12.com.
Time now 6:07. Some local students are leading a conversation about school safety.
Yeah, we'll tell you about the changes they want to see in the classroom just ahead.
And a local city making a plan of action after a rash of coyote attacks on small pets. But it's getting mixed reaction from residents. We'll take a look on Good Morning Cincinnati.